Hi guys, my channel's name is Happier Me. So I like to share anything that makes me happy. And for the past couple of months, my new puppy has been in my happy thoughts. He is bringing a lot of positivity and happiness in my house. So my focus in the past few videos have been on him. And since his arrival, I have discovered another side of me as a pet mom that I never knew existed. I was not a dog person or a cat person. But in the last few weeks, there has been a change. I think we both have adjusted to each other's schedule. His body time has been more predictable. He's going outside to do his business, and life now feels like normal again. I'm able to focus on my work again. It was a feeling of having a newborn in the beginning, how much your life changes. So, same thing happened with me. So, in today's video, I want to cover everything you need to know about proofing your house, puppy training, grooming, and healthcare. And in the description, I will also include a PDF that you can download with a checklist that can help you if you're about to get a puppy or you just got one recently. Disclaimer, I am not a dog trainer. I learned a lot watching other people's videos, their posts, etc. But I'm a real person sharing my life's journey. So I thought it would help others also who are the first time dog owners, especially if you have a small breed like this one. So my Havanese puppy is almost 5 months old. He's been here for about 3 months now. There was a lot of adjustment in the beginning of having a puppy living in our house, especially when I had no experience living with one. There was frustration of accidents, not understanding what he wanted. I also felt like I was always monitoring his food and his party schedule, and I just felt very, exhausted most of the time. He's a Havanese male puppy. He is fluffy little ball full of personality and charm. So let's get started. Okay, let's start with puppy prepping your home. So you need to make sure that you have a puppy safe space or a crate ready. You can use a crate or a playpen or both. Basically, the idea is to confine them in little spaces so that they can rest more. And in the beginning, they are supposed to sleep for 20 hours every day. Also, puppies often are very stimulated. They would do a lot more things that they shouldn't be doing. So, crate or playpen will confine them in specific areas when you cannot supervise them. And it also prevents accidents because puppies in general don't tend to soil the areas where they sleep. I have two crates. He came in this travel crate, and this one is portable. You can carry it from one place to another. It's also good for initial car rides, like the first few vet visits when he was a little bit scared. And then we have another crate that my husband built. This is how it looks like. It's made up of wood, and then we also have these like covers. The popular ones usually are the wire crates that you can find online or in any pet store, and people usually put some type of crate cover to give the extra, privacy and a den-like feeling. But make sure that your crate is not too big, it that they can sleep in one area and do their business in the other. It should be comfortable for them to stand and move comfortably, but not too big. Okay, the next thing is to have some chew toys as well as some interactive toys. So I have a variety of both. I highly recommend Nyla Bones because they are good for chewing, and we have some other toys for him. Like this puzzle is where you can hide kibble or treats, and they have to open it, using their mouth and like front paws. So he likes that, and it kind of burns off his energy when he's sniffing and trying to find things. Then I have another, this corn feeder, which kind of like dispenses food when he moves it. And there's the sniff mat, when I hide some treats in it, and that also is mentally stimulating for him. I also have this lamb that is one of his favorite toys. He drags it everywhere, and I move it around, and he likes to chase it and choose it, and this is a tug of war. And you can have other tug of war toys. About bed, you should have a puppy safe bed. You can buy one from any pet store or online. Make sure it's sturdy and he doesn't chew it. Ours came in a small bed, but he's outgrown it. So now I'm using this one. It was my old rundown pillow that I don't use anymore, and he likes it and he sleeps on it absolutely fine. Also, make sure you have a baby gate if you have stairs, and to any areas where you don't want your pet to go. Sometimes when I'm doing the dishes and my dishwasher is open, I use these gates to block his access to my kitchen area. Okay, now let's talk about feeding. You must have a food and water bowl, and they should be non slip and easy to clean. Ours is a little bit of a picky eater. He does not really like his kibble that much, unless he's absolutely very hungry. So I put some boiled chicken as a topper, and sometimes turkey, and like treats I would crush on top of it to make it more, appealing to him. Yeah, you have to just experiment because mine doesn't eat his kibble very well. Based on his weight, he's supposed to be eating 1.5 cups of kibble a day, but he usually only eats about a cup. And so I have to supplement some chicken and turkey, so that his calories are met. But I think he's getting enough food because he's gaining weight too much. I recently purchased this food dispenser toy. This is supposed to be a mental exercise for him, as I mentioned. So this kind of keeps him busy. I use that for once a day in his meal. As of now, he is still eating 3 times a day, even though his vet recommended I could do twice a day feeding, but he gets hungry and he doesn't eat a lot in one go. In terms of feed, make sure to feed them a high quality puppy food. I'm using this brand. I looked at the ingredients, and chicken is the main one. It seems like a healthier kibble option. It's a little bit pricier than other brands, and it's meant for small breed. It's If you look at Amazon rating, it's very highly ranked. But you can add, other food toppers on top of it, and some chicken broth or bone broth. Make sure it has no sodium, garlic, or onion. I usually just pressure cook my chicken breast, and I would store them. I store the water as broth and use it to soften the kibble and kind of like increases its aroma. And so I kind of store the servings of his chicken and the broth that I make in the fridge, and if it's excess, I store it in the freezer. Right now he's eating thrice a day, but when he came, he was literally eating 4 to 5 times a day because he did not eat a lot. And I, as a first time pet owner, was freaking out that he's not meeting his daily requirements, even though at each vet's visit his weight was gaining at a good rate. So now in fact he doesn't want me to like give him too much food, because there's other issue with dogs. They can overeat, and they don't know when to stop. It's the problem with him. Whenever we're eating, even if he's already eaten, he'll come ask for food because he smells it, and that may cause like more poops and upset stomach. So be mindful of that, and definitely consult your vet if you have any concerns about his eating habits, and about their bowel movements. As of now, I do not recommend making their own food, because right now they need more calorie dense, nutrient rich food, which comes from a proper dog or puppy food. He also enjoys a little bit of fruits. His favorites are berries, apples, also cantaloupes. Just remember, certain foods are prohibited, such as cocoa powder. So any type of chocolate, or the food that contains chocolate, you should not give it to your dogs or puppies, and because this can be really toxic to them. Also, grapes, avocados, onion, and garlic are also toxic to them. And this goes without saying, but always make sure that you have fresh water available for them to drink. I have one bowl for him to keep outside, so I take it outside when we play in our backyard. When he feels thirsty, he can drink it because he does run there a lot. I do replace his water once a day, because I throw it and refill it with clean water. Okay, let's talk about training and socialization. And this is basically you starting with basic commands such as sit, stay, and come. And these are something you train using treats as rewards and use a lot of positive reinforcement, such as praising them and marking their obedience with words such as yes, or good boy, or good girl, or whatever you want to say. Say it in a happy, exciting voice and keep it consistent. Your puppy loves your praises and love. I say yes and good boy when he goes inside his crate. I started putting some treats in it, and every time he went there, I would praise him. And there's tons of videos online on crate training. It should feel like a safe haven for them and not something that they hate or they're forced into. Now let's talk about socialization. Once they are current on their vaccine, usually after 4 months of their age, they're vaccinated. You can take them out on small walks outside in the neighborhood and try to do it in areas where there's less distraction. I use a harness because he's a small breed, and make sure to do some small training sessions with your puppy because they enjoy it. It's good for their mental health, and just use treats as rewards and lot of positive encouragement. I do have a backyard, so I just let him go in the backyard, sniff things. All these different scents, sounds excite him, birds chirping, or maybe like a car passing, or sometimes we have um like a dog barking at a distance. So it's all exciting for him, and the different smells. So that's something that I like to do every day. Now the weather is very comfortable. I just work there while he roams around in the backyard. I don't recommend going to a broad dog park yet if you have a little one, because you don't know the temperament of other dogs, how they will react to him or how he will react to them, because they're out there, without leash, just running. It's kind of scary. In terms of walks, my experience so far has been that he likes to stop and sniff a lot, which is normal for his age. So, as I'm using harness, it tends to put less pressure on his neck when I'm trying to stop him from sniffing something that I don't want him to sniff or, consume by mistake. Okay, let's talk about potty training. Make sure you take them out after they wake up, they have a play session, or after they eat. Ours is a small breed. He has a small bladder. And I will be honest here, there are days when he was going, like he was peeing 10 times a day. And I was kind of like frustrated. But it is getting better, with time. And he's able to hold it for longer. And we started potty training him from day one. We were taking him out regularly. It felt like a lot of work, and but you can probably speed up the process, but most of the time they'll start giving you some cues once they're about 4 months of age that they need to go out, and you can understand when they start circling or sniffing around one area, and they will stop doing whatever they are doing, stop playing or disengage. That means they have to go. We did use a pee pad in the beginning because that's what he was trained at from the breeder, and it came in handy because February and March it rained a lot here. So having something where he doesn't have to be out in the rain helped us. And I think pee pad is important, especially when you need to travel and there's no grass available easily, or if you're visiting someone's house, which is an apartment or something, and there's no grass in close proximity. So if your dog knows to pee on it, it will help you. Lately, mine started playing with his pipette, so I have completely removed it from my house, and now he's almost outdoor potty trained. I don't need it. At night, sometimes my daughter still wants it because she sleeps with him and she doesn't want to go out in the night. So we do keep the pee pad at night in case he has to go. Most people recommend not to put water after 9 p.m. so there's less chance of them peeing in the night. And every time he eats, especially after the first 30 minutes, I kind of exclusively watch him. So I know that if he has to go, I can quickly take him out. Potty training takes time. I must mention this as someone who's a new dog owner, that despite all of your efforts in the first 2 months it will be hard, but slowly they get better at it and you start understanding their cues. So I am seeing myself growing and learning and discovering a new aspect of me, and as my channel description says, I like to share it with you guys. So if you're a first time dog owner and you are feeling excited and overwhelmed, those feelings are completely normal, and I'm here to help you with how to cope up with this and what to expect. If this video helped you, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Take care. Bye.